This is a 39-year-old male named Jordan. On August 31st, 2025, officers responded to a call at Sharky's restaurant in Panama City Beach, Florida. According to the report, the shirtless male was acting belligerent and refusing to leave.
What's going on? Where's he at?
Behind the bar. Still on property.
Is this him? Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Yeah, we agree. You don't have to just...
Hey, dude, you will get f***ed up real quick.
Fighting one!
You want you to close that traffic stop out.
Recording.
With a warning.
Mark.
Get over here in the head. Get it.
all right. You don't have to physically touch me.
Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands on your back now!
What the f*** y'all doing,
Get
dude?
my radio.
All right.
Get on your face. Get on your face.
Why are you...
Get on your stomach.
Why are you attacking me, dude? I already told the dudes I was leaving.
But you're not leaving.
Yeah, we were. We were.
And when I tell you to come on and come with me and you pull away,
Dude, you pushed
push
me
back
by the
towards
neck.
me, I'm going to push back at you. Do you understand?
Okay, yeah, you pushed me over the neck.
Sorry, Chick, I was trying to get it out.
Like, yeah, I told him I was like, all right, I'll leave, but I don't think I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything wrong. You didn't have to come like that hard like that, bro. Like, I'll leave. I told him I'd f***ing leave, and they said, all right, and he came up all intense.
Hold on, where'd you go?
I'm a cop. You good?
Yeah, we're good.
Do you mind picking up all the bullets?
Yeah, he grabbed hold of my gun.
They're all over the place.
You grabbed my fucking gun. Leave him right there. Hold on. Leave him right there. Yeah.
I was trying to rip out. I was trying to get the tasers out of me.
I am armed as well.
You're good.
Give me this and I can hold him.
Alright. You got any weapons on you, dude?
No. This whole thing was about a girl,
Like, did he just pop a spring out of the bottom of it? Is that what he did?
Yeah, your whole mag on, bro.
No, it ain't either.
Your mag is.
So she tackled me out of nowhere, dude.
No,
I was talking to the employees, and I said, all right, let's go.
It's not very intelligent to fight with the police, dude.
Well then, like, why are you coming at me, grabbing my throat for no reason, dude?
I told you, let's go, let's leave. Did you not hear me talk?
Yeah, right.
Probably because you're inebriated.
Right as you grabbed me by my goddamn throat,
I
dude.
grabbed you by the arm. And you know why I'm happy that the incident turned out the way that it did now? You grabbed my gun. Could have been a lot worse.
Dude, I didn't know where your gun was. I was just trying to get these tasers out of my goddamn skin.
You hadn't been tased yet.
Oh, I got
When that
tased.
happened, you was not tased.
Oh, I felt the
You
taser.
got tased after you grabbed for my gun.
Dude, I don't know where your gun was. I wouldn't grab your gun. I swear to God, I didn't know
So
where your gun was.
these daggum rounds just mysteriously popped out of this
No,
mag?
it happened in the tussle, dude. I really wasn't
So
grabbing.
why would you tussle with a fucking cop?
Because you tussled.
In what fucking universe does that make sense?
Bro, you tussled with me. It's instinct.
Instinct.
It's not instinct, bro.
I swear to God, you started pushing me and like pushing me by my neck.
If you need help getting in the car, I don't mind.
Look, I told the guys here. I said, yeah, I guess I'll go. One guy was mad because his wife wouldn't stop looking at me, and I couldn't help that.
Listen to me.
I couldn't help
When
that.
I grab this arm right here and say, come on, let's go, and you buck back
No, you push.
and you push back towards me,
You push me.
that's when I'm going to retaliate.
You push me.
don't push up against the cops. You don't fucking jerk against the cops.
Let's not pretend like you didn't push me by my neck and push me back in reverse and have me catch my balance.
Okay.
Come on, be honest, dude.
They're gonna come. Patio.
Beach coffee, I'm upgrading by half.
You're good, Shanko. Do what you need to do.
I told him, I said, hey, look, I gotta get my wallet. I need to grab my wallet.
521 to the beach supervisor. I'm about to take this one across. If y'all want me to take that one across for you, I've got a.
This is completely unnecessary. I was drinking a beer, and a dude got mad.
When you checked his pocket for a green phone, there's a lady saying he might have stolen a phone that's green. I don't think it's that one. I don't know, he might not have this one.
You want to send them up or anything, or just leave them?
They're gonna bring the truck right here, and we're gonna throw them in there. That doesn't have a cage. Yep. All right, man. Sit up. Your ride's here.
Panama 521, you copy? 10-9, I'm out here on 46.
Why am I being arrested, dude? I don't know, you call it a cop.
You got a bunch of felonies now, bud.
He came and grabbed me from my goddamn truck for no reason.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna do the other side.
30-10-96 that way.
Yeah, I mean,
No, he's 58.
What's he, man?
58.
1054, KP local, 1027 zone.
any way you can loosen that one?
That's up to them, man. I'm off duty.
It's up to them. Don't move your wrists and stuff. I'm going to take you across the street, okay? Because I can get a finger in there right now. You just got your hands twisted in there, okay? All right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I can get a finger in there, but the way you got your hands twisted, that's why it's pulling on you.
I
Okay?
don't know how to fix it.
Well, I can't technically fix it. You're going to have to...
Thank you.
Let me see your... Try to keep them like that, all right? Spin around for me. All right, look, I'm going to reach around you and put this seatbelt on. No, sit back like you're going to sit in the car. I know it sucks. Okay?
Yeah, I've been arrested before. I really wasn't doing anything, man.
I don't know what happened. I just came down here to pick you up, okay?
A woman wouldn't stop looking at me, and her husband said, if you look at him one more time. They asked me to leave, and I said, I'm not doing anything illegal. I said, all right, fine, I'll leave. And then as soon as we said that, dude came up, the cop came up and started grabbing me by my fucking chest and neck and pushing me back. So, like, I reacted to, like, stop him from doing that,
Okay.
you know?
All right. Well, like I said, appreciate you letting me know. I have no idea. I just got here, so I don't know the whole situation.
I got a daughter on the spectrum. She's about to move here. Like, I can't be...
You living down here now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I live here. Like, I can't be arrested for some woman checking me out and, like, some misunderstanding. This is ridiculous.
Okay. We'll try to get it all figured out here shortly, okay?
Please don't arrest me. Like, I gotta get my kids here, man.
All right.
Please.
Sorry, man. I was trying to grab him.
Y'all good?
Yeah, thanks, man. I'll get you. Are you eating right here?
Yeah.
What's your first name?
Grant.
Grant. I'm Chase.
Nice to meet you.
I've never seen somebody dislodge the
That's
spring
insane.
off the back of that.
Does it have
Ever.
an extension on it, just regular base plate?
Nope, just regular.
That's weird.
My extension stuff's on my SWAT kit.
Oh, so it's maybe partially off.
When I felt him reaching for that, that's
No,
when I
I
was like,
saw
yo.
that, and that's when you
Then
were
he
like,
grabbed my radio.
I was trying to grab this when you were like, get in here. I wasn't about to fight him when he's trying to get a gun.
Yeah, I was sitting down at the wall of the bar, and I thought I heard a taser. So that's when I started coming over.
I think I tased him like 3 times. And he was not.
On North Alabama.
I got him 2 in the lower back.
Yeah, I worked at that.
All right, boss, we're going to go into this vehicle right here. So
So
you'll have more room, but the ceiling is low, so when you get up, just make sure you duck your head real low. See? I have no idea where you parked, bud.
Right here.
I mean, if you paid for parking pass, they're not going to tell you till the parking pass expires. So do me a favor, duck your head. It's really low in there, like really low. All right, thanks, sir. I'll turn on the AC for you.
All right, so this is what you're being charged with. Battery on a law enforcement officer. All right? Resisting with violence. You resisted a law enforcement officer with violence by aggressing towards me and doing the nature of the things that you did. By grabbing my handgun, grabbing my freaking radio, dislodging my magazine, sending my ammunition flying all over the patio deck. You're being charged with that. That's the resisting with violence. Do you understand that? All right? I'm additionally charging you with depriving a law enforcement officer of his means of the use of a communication device my radio because you had my freaking radio in your hand where I couldn't talk on it. Alright, those are the only 3 charges I'm hitting you with. I was going to hit you with disorderly intox. I was also going to hit you with disorderly conduct. I was also going to hit you with trespassing on a property after having been warned to leave. Alright, I saved you 3 charges. Not that it's a big deal, but I did take that into consideration. Alright, do you understand that? You are not allowed back on the property of Sharky's as per request of the Sharky's property owner. Do you understand that? You can never go back there ever again. This is your trespass warning. If you're back on those premises, you will be arrested. Do you understand that? Alright, Mr. Jordan, do you have any questions for me?
Am I being arrested tonight?
You're arrested right now, yes sir. I just read you what you were under arrest for and what you're being charged with and why you're going to jail. I can tell you that you never want to grab a police officer's gun.
Is he combative?
Not anymore, but that's because he got his ass whooped and tased twice. Well, technically 3 times. All right, boss, come on out. Just get down real slow right here. Oh, just get down real slow right here. We're going to go towards that open door.
Outreach 33, checking status.
In the end, Jordan was charged with resisting an officer with violence, battery on a law enforcement officer, and depriving an officer with means of protection or communication. He later pled no contest to all charges and his adjudication was withheld. He was sentenced to 36 months of probation and ordered to complete 100 hours of community service. He was also ordered to pay $1,380 in costs and fines.
Step away from the table and show me your ID. Now. Sir, excuse me. I'm Commander Elijah Conquo, United States Navy. This is my official dress uniform. I don't care who you claim to be. Stand up. Right now. I've committed no crime. I'm requesting your badge number and your... You don't get to make demands. You're being detained. Then tell me something, officer. Is this happening just because I'm...
Officer Dale Hendricks thought he was responding to a credible threat. Anonymous tip. Suspicious armed black male inside an upscale restaurant. Possible stolen military uniform. In his mind, confronting the suspect was standard protocol, the kind of call he'd handled dozens of times before, approaching people who didn't belong in places they had no business being. Never questioned, never challenged. But when he walked into Magnolia House on a warm Saturday evening and approached the black man in full navy dress whites, sitting across from his elderly mother at a candlelit table, he made a catastrophic miscalculation. Commander Elijah Okonkwo, a 38-year-old decorated Navy SEAL with 19 years of active duty service, a Silver Star recipient who had bled for his country in 4 combat zones, born and raised in rural Georgia, knew exactly what was happening the moment Hendricks locked eyes on him and walked past every white patron in the restaurant. And what Hendricks didn't know, what he'd completely disregarded in his rush to confront the only black man in the dining room, was that his body camera was recording everything. Every word, every gesture, every moment of racial profiling captured in high-definition video with crystal-clear audio. That footage, combined with 14 CCTV cameras inside Magnolia House recording from every conceivable angle, would eventually reach the White House, trigger a federal investigation, and cost Hendricks 52 years of his life in federal prison. Hendricks had been with the Kensington Police Department for 16 years, building what his supervisors called an exemplary record of proactive community enforcement. But beneath that reputation lay 31 civilian complaints, 27 of them involving people of color, each one alleging racial profiling, discriminatory enforcement, and constitutional violations. Every complaint had been reviewed by Internal Affairs and dismissed as unfounded. His supervisors praised his zero-tolerance approach, his willingness to make stops that other officers avoided. Fellow officers had given him a nickname, the Gatekeeper, for his habit of removing minorities from businesses, restaurants, and public spaces based on nothing more than how they looked. In reality, Hendricks operated on the assumption that his badge granted him absolute authority, that the rights guaranteed by the Constitution didn't apply when his instincts told him someone was out of place. He had been recorded on body camera using racial slurs during traffic stops, but the footage had been buried by a department that valued aggressive policing over accountability. He had stopped, detained, and humiliated dozens of black and brown citizens over 16 years, and not once had he faced meaningful discipline. Until that Saturday evening at Magnolia House, no one had held him accountable, and Hendricks believed no one ever would. Commander Elijah Okonkwo had spent 19 years defending the country that was about to treat him like a criminal. 4 combat deployments: Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, Somalia, each one etching scars, both visible and invisible, into a man who had given everything in service to his nation. He had earned the Silver Star for extracting 3 wounded Marines from a collapsing compound in Kandahar under withering enemy fire, carrying the last one 400 meters on his back while taking rounds from 2 directions. He had received the Purple Heart after shrapnel tore through his shoulder during a firefight in Fallujah, spending 3 months in recovery before volunteering to redeploy. He had led classified operations that would never make the news, trained foreign special forces units across 3 continents, and been personally commended by 2 secretaries of defense for exceptional valor and leadership. But before he was Commander Okonkwo, he was just Elijah, a skinny kid growing up in poverty in rural Georgia, raised by a single mother who worked 2 jobs to keep the lights on. Lillian Okonkwo had been a school teacher for 34 years, spending her days educating other people's children and her nights making sure her own son had every opportunity she never did. She sacrificed vacations, new clothes, her own comfort, everything funneled into Elijah's future. And when he earned his commission and pinned on his SEAL trident, she cried for 3 hours straight. Now Lillian was turning 70, and Elijah wanted to give her something she'd never had. A dinner at Magnolia House, the fine dining restaurant she'd seen in magazines for years but never imagined she'd visit. This was his gift to her, a celebration of the woman who made everything possible. Magnolia House sat on the corner of Broad and Lafayette in Kensington, Virginia, a historic fine dining establishment that had served the area's wealthiest families for over 40 years. White tablecloths, crystal stemware, soft piano music drifting through a dining room designed to feel like old Southern money. The clientele skewed wealthy and almost exclusively white, the kind of place where reservations were made weeks in advance and the dress code was strictly enforced. The restaurant had an extensive security camera system, 14 CCTV cameras covering every angle of the dining room, bar, entrance, kitchen, and parking lot in ultra-high definition, installed 2 years earlier after a break-in. Those cameras recorded continuously, capturing every table, every interaction, every moment in crystal-clear detail. Commander Okonkwo and his mother were seated at a window table at 6:45 p.m., the evening light filtering through sheer curtains. He was in full navy dress whites, his medals gleaming under the chandeliers, the Silver Star and Purple Heart catching the warm light every time he moved. Lillian sat across from him in the dress she had bought specifically for this occasion, a deep blue number she'd picked out 3 weeks earlier, her eyes wide as she studied the leather-bound menu. Their server, a young woman named Carolyn Voss, later testified under oath that Commander Okonkwo and his mother were the most polite and gracious customers she had ever served in 4 years at Magnolia House. They said please and thank you for everything, Voss would tell the jury. He pulled out his mother's chair. He asked me about my day. They were lovely people. They were just happy to be there together. The call had come in at 7:12 p.m., anonymous complaint. Suspicious armed black male inside Magnolia House, possibly wearing a stolen military uniform. No specifics, no evidence, just vague accusations that should have been investigated before any action was taken. But Hendricks didn't wait. He grabbed his partner, Officer Tara Linden, and headed to the restaurant. Both officers activated their body cameras as they stepped out of the patrol car at 7:31 p.m. Hendricks pushed through the front door, his camera capturing the elegant dining room, dozens of patrons enjoying their meals in quiet conversation. He didn't stop at the hostess stand. He didn't speak to the manager. His body camera showed him walking directly past every white patron in the restaurant, straight toward the only black man in the dining room. "I need to see your identification," Hendricks said, his voice carrying across nearby tables. "We've received a report about someone wearing a stolen military uniform." Okonkwo's jaw tightened, but 19 years of military discipline held. "Officer, I'm Commander Elijah Okonkwo. United States Navy. This is my dress uniform. He reached slowly into his jacket and produced his active duty military ID and Department of Defense credentials, holding them up in the chandelier light. The photo, the name, the rank, the DoD seal, all clearly visible on both body cameras and 9 CCTV angles. Hendricks barely glanced at them. His camera recorded his eyes moving away almost immediately. "These could be fake," he said. "Anyone can buy a costume online." Costume. Lillian's eyes filled with tears. Lyndon shifted uncomfortably, her camera wavering. She could see the silver star and purple heart on Okonkwo's chest, decorations no costume shop could replicate, but she said nothing. "Officer, I'd like your badge number and I'd like to speak with your supervisor," Okonkwo said, his voice controlled. Hendricks' face flushed. "Stop playing, soldier. Walk out or I help you out. Your choice." What happened next was captured from every conceivable angle. 2 body cameras, 9 CCTV cameras, and 12 patrons who pulled out their phones the moment Hendricks raised his voice. Okonkwo sat with his hands flat on the table, deliberate non-aggression visible on every camera in the room. "Officer, I'm not leaving. I haven't committed a crime," Hendricks snapped. His body camera lurched forward as he grabbed Okonkwo by the arm and attempted to wrench him from the